Welcome to the first VOBE News Show episode of 2015. We are the January's News Anchor Team. Jazzy Jack, Outstanding Olivia, and Rockin' RJ.
Our Fuel Up ambassador spoke with two nutrition nuts who are experts of setting the goal, are making a New Year's resolution and sticking it out. Here's Braden with the play.
Hey, Braden. Thanks for interviewing the two nutrition nuts. You have some very interesting questions here, and we're excited to address them.
Yeah, we're super excited. So thank you again.
Yeah. That's a very good question. Probably a lot of people ask those. But I think a New Year's resolution can mean different things to different people, and perhaps what goals you want to attain for yourself, be it yourself, your career, your life, just different goals. But nonetheless, I think a New Year's resolution is somewhat of a promise to yourself, and a promise of betterment.
Yeah, I think it's making a commitment and just assigning yourself and saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure that I do this. This is something that I really genuinely want. And so it's something to work towards throughout the year. It's a fresh start. It's a great thing.
And that's why they always happen at the New Year. This is the perfect time. It's a fresh start.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Why is goal setting important?
Well, goal setting is important for all realms of life, I think. It gives you something to attain, to aim for.
To work for, So, I mean, especially with us, I mean, that's all it is we're just setting goals and we try to just meet those and we try to do the best that we can. And, our main goal is just to help you guys and help anyone learn about nutrition and things like that. So I think goals are involved in everyone's life. And even if you don't know it, you're working towards them, whether you're trying to make your parents proud or you're trying to, get a new bike or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So I think that's a goal. And I think it's important because it's motivation.
It is. It
keeps you going.
It really is. And sometimes you'll find with your goal setting that you'll really inspire other people. And I know that is a goal of the two nutrition nuts. We always hope to inspire health and inspire our followers and anyone else that we can reach.
That's why we need you, because you're helping us.
Yeah, our junior nutrition nut.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't wait to work with you again.
Do you make any New Year's resolutions?
Well,
we together made a New Year's resolution.
We did. Do you want to share?
Our New Year's resolution is just to keep growing and to keep working in the community and keep working with what we're doing and trying to make Two Nutrition Nuts as big as possible.
Exactly.
We're trying to reach more people and we're trying to help more people and we're trying to learn new things and we're trying to teach new things and we're trying to build that bridge between nutrition and the tri-state area. So I think that's probably our goal, is just to keep on trucking, keep on doing what we're doing, and with the help of you and the help of everyone else, I think we all can inspire health. And so,
why do you think people break their New Year's resolutions?
That's a good one.
That is unfortunate, but I think the reason that happens is because you're really, really excited, you're really pumped, and you're like, okay, I'm going to make a complete lifestyle overhaul, or I'm going to do something completely different, and you just get overwhelmed when you start doing it, or as you get into it, that excitement kind of dwindles down or goes away. I think instead of focusing on such a large change, you should be focusing on things that you can change now and quickly and easily in order to make that bigger change.
Just small goals, like for instance, if someone was wanting to have a lifestyle change and they weren't as active in their life, one thing that we've always recommended is if you can, walk to work instead of taking your car.
Take the stairs.
Exactly. Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Drink more water.
Yeah.
Just small little
Small
steps.
things.
And then they'll all piece together and you'll reach your
like,
goals.
for instance,
Can you give me an example of a goal that you reached in the past?
I mean,
you as younger people in this generation, you have the world ahead of you. You can start and do anything. You're going to have people who say you can't do it. You're going to have people that don't understand it. You're going to have people who do get it. And when you have that one person who just says, I appreciate what you're doing, it makes the entire situation work. And so that's what we want you to know.
Exactly.
We just want you to know that you can do anything that you want to do.
You can. And I was going to say, because Two Nutrition Nuts, and I mean, we know how many times have we been told no?
Yeah.
No.
All you have to do is keep
that's
knocking on the door.
outside of the realm. Yeah, you just keep knocking.
Yeah.
And you know, it may take a while before somebody to answer, but eventually they will answer. So don't ever give up. Be persistent.
Yep.
Keep being determined and dedicated, and you'll be able to get there.
And just think outside of the box. Think about what you can do
Yes,
next.
because we truly live we talked about this not too long ago. We live such a creative outlet through this, and we almost look at it too, as silly as it may sound, but almost like it's an art form, because we always step outside the box. We don't want to follow the path that everyone else has taken. We want to be sort of a health trendsetter in a way.
Thank you, Brayden.
Questions. Yes, thank you
so much for interviewing us. We've always loved being interviewed by you. You always have the best questions.
We love you, Brayden.
So,
but I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing you soon and doing some fun projects with you in the future, being the junior nutrition nut that you are. So
yeah,
you're going to be busy. I think so.
But I mean, for everyone who's listening, always just know that you have opportunities ahead of you, and you just have to take them, and you have to, you just have to step forward, and you have to kind of go for it.
Thanks, and right back at you.
That makes me want to set a goal right now.
Me too.
Me 3. I had a goal to make the Village Magic Jump Rope team, and I made it all 3 years. How? Practice, practice, practice. That's how we all get it done. We'll be hearing more from the Village Magic Jump Rope team next month when our season heats up.
This year we have started 2 new programs at our school, VTP, or Village Total Package, and Breakfast in the Classroom. This gives students a chance to get some exercise before school starts, and then go straight to class and get a little bit of needed energy by eating some breakfast.
Studies show that if you move or exercise and fuel up your body, you give your brain power to absorb what you are being taught in school. I know if I don't get enough fuel or sit for a long time, I get tired during the day.
Students are rotated 2 grades at a time through 3 activities through the week. Dancing on the Wii, active games in the gym, hula hoops and more, and dancing walking in the halls outside or upstairs inside. If you haven't made it to school and experienced the VTP program, you need to get there early and try it. It's a blast.
Each Super Bowl game has an MVP or most valuable player. Our school has one of these. When it comes to breakfast and lunch, meet our own celebrity cafeteria chef, Mary Cook, and her team.
You may have also seen her on the national cooking show called The Chew a few months ago. Juliana Anderson, McKenna Robinson, and Rachel Oxley, you have the play.
What is your title here at Village of Barbersville Elementary?
I'm cafeteria manager. I order the food, keep up the inventory, make sure everything gets prepared for the meals, and make sure everything gets out and looks good.
How long have you been a chef?
20 years with the board, and then I subbed for 5, and then I went through college working in restaurants and had my own catering business.
How early do you and your team start breakfast each school day?
Arrive and start put the breakfast in at 5:45.
How many students do you serve breakfast to?
518. That's how many meals we prepare and send to your all's classrooms.
What is your favorite breakfast food?
My favorite is pancakes.
How do the foods that are on our trays get chosen and by whom?
Well, Rhonda McCoy is down at the Board of Education, and she's the one who makes the menus and sends them to us. She puts the food items in the program, and it kind of helps her, so she has so many vitamin K, vitamin A, so many grains, all that kind of stuff. It helps her figure all that stuff out. And she makes 8 different menus for our family.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just breakfast alone, there's 3 or 4 menus she has to make.
Can students suggest food items that we would like to see on our menu?
Yes, what you can do is just give them to me, and then I'll send them on the computer down to her and, suggest that maybe she could put that in. Is there something that you all would like to have on there?
Not that I can think of.
Well, what do you all think? We were talking today. Remember we used to have celery and the sun butter. Do you all like that?
Yeah, I like the power raisins and the sunflower seeds. Yeah, they're like my favorite.
They are? Okay, see, those are things we can suggest.
What was it like being on the Chew?
Oh my. Now that's a hard one. It was really exciting. It was a little bit nerve-wracking and scary. they flew me to New York, and then you know how you see on TV where they have the big signs that hold up with your name when they're picking you up? Well, that was at the airport waiting on me. My driver was funny. He had a ponytail, a long ponytail.
Maybe he was a biker.
Maybe. He drove like one. I wasn't sure I was going to arrive at the hotel because there would be like 3 lanes of traffic, and he would be going in between them. But I had to make it to my hotel really fast because I had a conference call with the First Lady and, you know, her assistant, and then all the people who were going to be on there and the producers and everything. So I was running in the hotel when I got there to get to my room in time. It was scary meeting Mrs. Obama. We didn't know what we were going to have when we got there. And they were like, at the Chew, they didn't even know either. We were told to go out there and look right at the judges, you know, to tell them about our food item. And I asked them, I said, well, but Mrs. Obama's there, so we just ignore her? And they were like, well, no, but Mary, play it by ear, you know, and see what she does and just go with that. So I was lucky enough to be the first one out. But she had her arms open for me when I went out, so I went over and she gave me a big hug. She's really tall. You know, there wasn't anything you could rehearse. You didn't know who was going to win. You didn't know what questions, and the only thing they told you is if you won, that you would be having a conversation with the chef while he and yourself fixed your dish. So,
How do you hide your vegetables in the food you prepare?
well, what we do is, I'm not sure I want you to know. We have a machine back there, and I was going to make it and show it to you all, and I forgot to do it. We put it in, and it makes it really, really small. It just, like the onions might be like the size of your fingernail when they go in. You know, we don't cut them that small usually, but when they come out, they look like just snow or slush, because, you know, we just want it. We want it to be healthy, but sometimes people eat with their eyes, and if they see a big chunk of vegetable, they think in their mind that they don't like it. And so sometimes they're unwilling to try.
How important is it to you that we students eat healthy food?
Very important. Very, very, very important. Because it keeps you healthy, it keeps you alert at school, it keeps you going, and you need all the vitamins and the minerals and everything that comes from that stuff. So it helps your brains grow, it helps your bones grow, and think about it, you all right now, you're all going to be making decisions about all of us when you all grow up. So we need to keep you all healthy, because you're going to be in the workplace supporting us, and we'll be coming to you asking for Social Security or something, so we need to keep you all healthy.
How many people do you have on your team? Can you introduce them for us?
There are 6 of us total. I have 5 full-time folks and half-time. You want to meet him? This is Teresa Gibson. Teresa takes care of the salad bar and cooks the vegetables for okay. This is Luana Ferris, and Luana takes care of the main entree, like say it's chili or spaghetti or hamburger or something like that. Luana takes care of that. This is Kim Ray. Kim takes care of breakfast. She helps with all the breakfast items. And we also have Judy Bickerman who does breakfast, but Judy's off today. We're stuck in her place. So that's our team. And then Jessica, our halftime girl, that come until 9:30. So.
But
the base sauce. We have to make it in big batches. I'll show you. Can we go over here to see? Let me show you where we need them. Let me show you. Here's the freezer.
Whoa, it's huge. Wow.
Whoa.
Is that cold? Oh, that is cold. And you have to put those boxes in there? Do you have, that's cold. Are those, like, wow, you get that cold? That's like everything.
Here's our walk-in, and then back here I just this year, because we were starting the breakfast program, it was going to be a problem. So,
It's so cold.
here's our stock. This is where we keep all our dry stock. Like the cereal, you see.
You could live in this like forever.
See our, we have our fruits and vegetables. Here's all our nice tomatoes. This is where we keep all our dry stock. Like the cereal, you see.
You could live in this like forever.
See our, we have our fruits and vegetables. Here's all our nice tomatoes. Plus we have here because we use a lot of nice tomatoes.
So if we ever slept
Yeah,
overnight here.
the carrots, when we do the carrots, the carrots have honey on them.
Okay, if we ever have to stay the night here, we've got plenty of food.
Maybe we need some paper products and stuff for bag lunches,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Like give stuff to after school they have? So like after school have like goldfish and
Sometimes, and like sometimes if we have stuff left from breakfast, we'll put in the walk-in, and then what we do is we get it out and heat it back up for them, put it in the warmer, that way they can have something warm. Because Coach says they like something warm too.
Why did you choose to be a cook? Out of all of the jobs.
Okay, well, your mom can relate to this one. I was the PTA president at this school when it was older. My kids had just started here in kindergarten. And I volunteered every day in the cafeteria, in the kitchen, helping them get stuff ready. And the cooks kept saying to me, Mary, why don't you get on the Board of Education? I was like, no, I don't have time for a job. I have my catering service, and I'm PTA president. And they said they're hiring, so I finally went down and applied and did it. And it was probably the best choice I ever made.
Why did you choose to come here out of like all the schools in the county, Roosevelt, and why?
Because I have 3 grandkids that go here.
I've seen you in the kitchen all the time.
I was at Huntington High, Riley Bowles, Jacob Perkins, and Tyler Bowles.
You're going to go there in 4th grade?
Jacob is. Jacob's in 4th grade, and then Tyler's in kindergarten, and Riley's in 1st grade. Mixable water. That's our mixer.
Is that where you keep stuff?
This is where we make spaghetti sauce, spaghetti noodles, like chicken noodle, anything like that, chili, anything that's based like that. This is where we make it, and we make our base sauce. This is where we make it too.
Do you like these volunteer to like things for where you eat it?
Yeah.
Have you ever like packed a lunch like a big
I didn't pack a lunch. My least favorite, I guess, is chicken quesadilla.
I don't get why they have to have the extra cheese. You can like give them a lot of cheese. That's the same thing with the macaroni.
Well, because the cheese can count the same thing as the meat. See, so
More cheese.
yeah. The cheese will count the same as the meat.
I get it.
That's just the thermometer. That's how we do the temperatures. We have to take temperatures of everything we cook. And we document it on our production records. See? It's digital. It's digital. Just be careful because this is really hot. Let me shove this here. Don't touch it.
If I had no idea.
See?
What is the normal temperature where it's
Well, here, I think most of the time we like to take it up to 170, 175 because it's going to cool down when we put it in warmers a little bit. So if it's over 10, then we're still good. We're still safe. Yeah. They come in
thing is, if we didn't, we won't be able to get all free lunch again, and you all will be so late. Once in a while, we'll get out something like if we have to have, say we're having spaghetti tomorrow, then yesterday we had laid out the hamburger because you want to see how our hamburger comes? Yes. Okay. I would love to. All right. You want to hold it?
What? Oh my gosh! Like, is it heavy? Oh my gosh! You hold it. Your turn.
That's the way the hamburger comes. Once in a while.
Okay, I got this.
Once in a while, we'll get some small 5 pounds. Usually they come in the 10-pound things, and our meat's 28. So.
Do you like never wear gloves?
Oh, always. We always have to wear gloves.
I hope so.
Well, not just that. It's just because anything you're handling and we change gloves, you can't even imagine how many boxes of gloves we go through.
Do you put like? Do you? How do you make that meat?
Ah, that's a good question.
That's yummy. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad you all think so because let me tell you something. We have a group coming, and that's what they want us to serve for breakfast. So maybe you all can encourage the other students to try the yogurt part of it with it. I use the mixer. Let me see. There's our mixer bowl. See the bowl that goes together? It's so heavy you can't even pick it up. It's pretty heavy. But that's the mixer bowl. And what I do is I put some peaches in. They're diced peaches. Put them in the bottom. And then I put the cream cheese in. And then I use this whip.
Potatoes.
Sorry for something like that. See, here's the whip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here, you want me to put this down so you don't have to carry it? I'm sorry.
Okay, that was fun. I like it.
Oh, okay. You want to put yours down? Here's this one. Whoa.
Oh my. Here. You hold it. Cool. You want to hold it? It's like a light bulb.
And that's what we put it down and we mix it. See, there's the mixing bowl. And
Oh my gosh. Is that heavy? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy I have to hold it. Have you ever gotten seriously hurt your fingers?
we all have. We're always getting burned. Even though we try our very best to do because. And then this is so nice, it just gives you push the buttons. And up it goes. You'll have your feet on it here.
Who pays for this? Like the supplies?
The Board of Education. And I got this new mixer because my other mixer wasn't big enough. And so we were having to make 2 batches of hot rolls every time, and we didn't have time to do that.
You guys ever had a equipment like this and you're actually
Oh yeah, our steamer. This is a new steamer combi oven over here. We just got it this year. Our steamer was out all last year. That's why sometimes our vegetables didn't look that good because we were having to cook them in the oven. But now we're back to our steamer. We got it delivered and set up and working.
Is that good? What is that mask though? You know, like everything's masks.
Sometimes, this is just one of the things that happen to you when you're a cook. When I worked at Pebble Midland, my lungs got burnt we used to have deep fryers back then. And my lungs got burnt, so I'm not allowed to run any oil-based sprays. So when somebody's spraying, say this,
You have to have a mask.
hands, yeah, because the oil-based gets in my lungs. So
I was going to ask about this. Do you have to weigh it before you service this?
we weigh it in the beginning to make sure, and like Teresa weighs vegetables, fruits, and stuff like that, mostly vegetables. So,
They ask me like one piece of pizza better, and they always ask why do the cooks do that?
we have to do what's on our menu. It depends on which one she menus. Like if you see a C after the pizza, then usually that's the round one, and that's the one that's a triangle.
How do you know like what you're gonna have? Do you get like
The menus that you all get at home, we get those also. I get them on my computer like a week or so before you all get them. And then I fill it out from that. And then we have production records. I'll show you what our recipe books right here. But it's not all. We have different ones. But they have
2011 cheaper, but you're
no, that's when the recipe was generated or copied for.
Oh, I
Here's
forgot
the
the
production
lemon.
records. Okay.
Whoa. That's big.
Here's a sheet I'll make for them so that they'll know, like, okay, let's just say carrots, okay? If the recipe said, if the menu calls for on ours, that you're going to get a half a cup, then I know that to get a half a cup of carrots, it's going to take 15 pounds for 100 servings.
Where do you get your like food from? Like your
U.S. Food Service. The hamburger buns come from, well, it's not from Niners anymore, but it used to be from Niners. Here's the production record. See, we put the temperatures, we put the numbers, what it was, how many we had, how many we used, what was left over.
I know where you get your milk from. Kroger's.
We
I see Kroger. I see like the milk have like plain chocolate milk.
Yeah, but that's not, we get it from the dairy. The Valley Bell, I think is the name of it.
So I think the question I've been wondering is what brand meat do you guys use?
What?
The question I've been wondering is what brand meat do you guys use?
A brand meat?
Yeah.
It depends on what it is.
Mystery.
My order, no. It has to be, any ground beef we use has to be at least 80-20.
Okay, so it's ground beef.
Well, yeah, ground beef. Depends on what we're having. If it's chicken, you know, there's different, there's just, like on my computer, I have my orders on my computer. And when I go in, I have to go on my computer and put my order in.
Whose idea was it to have breakfast in the classroom? Was it your guys' idea or the principal's?
Principal met with us, and we all decided what would be the best for our school. We knew that we couldn't get everybody through the lines, you know, in order to get it back to breakfast. And she didn't want you all down here coming in lines going back, so.
The state controls have like the extra food right down there. Why do they do that? Like
To help us out. It's wonderful. It really does help us because we have to empty all these things and stuff. And we're still starting to prepare lunch, so it's like we have to do both things at once.
So after you cook breakfast, like what time do you cook lunch? Like after you cook breakfast or like?
Just depends. Like sometimes somebody will leave breakfast and go, like Kim will leave breakfast and go, she's new here and she's just taking over the job of hot rolls. So she'll leave and go pinch out hot rolls while we're still making breakfast.
Thank you, Mary. We had a lot of fun at the kitchen. We had a lot of fun. We appreciate you so much. I mean, we love the food. We didn't know it took this much work to cook a day.
Well, thank you all for coming.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Amazing! And what a great team.
Our student wellness counselor MVP of the month is fourth grader Sophie Easton. What, seriously? I have to say, she is pretty awesome. Even if she gets her really awesome twin brother really all the time. Let's see what she does to stay active for fun. I'm here to show you how in 3 simple steps to become healthy and fit, just like our healthy pirate. Arrgh! Push-ups, how many can I do? Pretend you're pogo stick will take you to the moon. I exercise till my face turns blue, running round and round like a hula hoop. Step 1, exercise. To remain healthy, find something you like to do. You can do anything you want to do, even playing outside. Step 2, we like fruit and we like veggies, ice cold milk and H2O. What are you bringing for snack today, Chip? You should try some of these blueberries. They're just as tasty, but they're way healthier. Chips like these aren't that bad if you eat them in small portions, but when you eat a lot of them, they're really bad for you. So stick with the fruit and veggies. They're really tasty. They actually are. Waking up, gotta brush my teeth, stretch my back now, I'm flossing too. Back pride every day of the week. Step 3, taking care of yourself. You've got to shower, brush your teeth, get a good night's rest. You've got to read and supply your mind with food as well as your body. Fuel up so you can play 60. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, yes, well, that's a wrap up of our February news show.
RJ,
Next episode, we'll be meeting the Village Magic Jump Rope team and find out some of the teachers who've been giving us brain breaks to help us focus.
Remember, you have to play 60!
No.
I'm Lynn. Hello, I'm Alina. Now, put the cane to the side. Let's see.
What story shall we read today, dear?
Not Harry Potter, that's okay.
What about the Snow White? Lena, dear, we need to get a book off the shelf.
What book?
I suggest Snow White cartoons.
What about Peter Pan?
No.
Let me get the book, honey.
Thank you, Linda, dear.
Just so you know, this is our secret book, so no one ever take it. So it says this. Well, let me look at my dictionary, what page will pull out. So, you know Snow White's kissy prince meeting in the movie?
Oh, yes, I know that story
That's
very
not
well.
the true story. The true story is about Snow White having too much candy. Oh my goodness, we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh, hello. I'm Lynn.
Hi, I'm Alina. This is the story of Snow White had too much candy. What's the story, dear?
Before Snow White, we were great friends. Hey, she's now called evil. She wasn't evil at first, but then she had a child, Lollipop Princess. Bum, bum, bum. Where did I leave off, dear? Okay, here I was. She may sound tasty, but she was not. And that's where the story begins.
Let me see, dear. Okay, let me start reading. One day, a peasant was walking down the street. She looked like the queen's daughter, but she didn't have a tiara. So she wasn't, we guessed. My husband Bob kept on saying, that's the queen, princess. So, she knocked on our door and asked, can I please stay at your cottage? At this time, we were living together because we were younglings. Where did you leave off?
Oh, yes. Let me just tell you something. Lena has a hard time saying no.
So, I said yes. Isn't it good to never say no? How disrespectful.
True, we did make the story famous.
Yes. Well, if this wouldn't have happened, we would have never had a story. Or, first of all, me in the story. Yes, definitely. But when we were famous in the movie, we directed the movie just for your information. It was all this kissy, love, because we thought the candy one
no one would make sense, and it would be so much famous.
Then we wouldn't be billionaires.
Oh, billionaires. We moved out of our cottage into this big cottage mansion, 3-layered top. High-notch cottage mansions.
On with the story.
Oh, yes. So I asked her who was she, and she said, I'm the princess. I was amazed, and Bob was rubbing it in my face all week.
So when she was done at Lena's house, she came to mine. She was the loveliest. She said she was taking a day off from the palace to explore the village. Then she asked for some soup. When she was done with the soup, she left my cottage.
I was talking to Taylor, aka the evil witch, dun dun dun, and she said she was going to the palace. Then she asked if me and Linda would like to come. So I insisted on coming. Turn the page.
Oh, Dee ripped the book! No!
Sorry, let's get back to here.
We met Taylor at the palace, and she had a bag of candy. She said it was for the princess.
So when we went inside, we saw a bunch of candy wrappers. So we let Taylor give her the candy. Then Taylor left and we stayed with the princess.
Minutes after Taylor left, the princess fell in a horrible sleep that lasted forever, and they had no TVs in the house. But luckily, they had a doctor in the castle, so we got him to look at it.
Oh, and we forgot to tell you that all the candy was coming from the lollipop princess from the evil witch. And
The evil witch's daughter.
wow, that lollipop princess is more evil than that evil witch. She tried to hurt everyone more than ever. And mostly, all the adults were scared of a 7-year-old. How hilarious. But we were tough enough not to be scared. Alright, let me find the story. Oh, right here. The doctor said she had too much candy, and she should wake up soon, but she would not be able to eat any candy for hours. And when we mean hours, we mean about forever.
I'll edit that out.
When Snow White woke up, we told her, no eating candy!
And when we mean no eating candy, she went, why don't I get to eat candy? It's my favorite food. And we went, doctor's orders, didn't we? We were almost in a fight. It was terrible, terrible, terrible.
Are you guys almost done?
Yes. But she refused. She ate all the candy in the castle. Then she fell asleep again. And guess what that means? We had to wait at the palace again.
The doctor said she had too much sugar. Right away, he got a bunch of tools and started working on her. Then after the sugary was done, the prince came and kissed her, and she woke up.
He said that he woke up the princess, but he didn't. For hours. And he took all the credit.
So Snow White learned her lesson. She would never, never ever eat too much candy.
Like you and I do to me, we're late at the church or something.